Sorry for the technical errors, guys. Welcome back to Kundalini Yogini. This is Prasiddha. If any of you guys are new, I'm really happy and excited, grateful to be here with you guys today, sharing a little bit about my thoughts on the global situation right now. If you guys can hear me and see me okay, please do let me know in the chat so that I can make sure everything is functioning as I'm sharing. I just wanted to speak a little bit today about the kind of worldwide feelings, collective consciousness happening right now. As many of you are probably aware and or feeling it yourselves, there is a lot of fear, a lot of panic, a lot of just collective negativity and heaviness and concern. And it it's not that it's unjustified, right? There are plenty of reasons, logical reasons to feel pretty swamped right now. Feel pretty overwhelmed energetically. Hi guys. Okay, great. I'm getting your chats now. Awesome. And I just wanted to touch on this, like what we can all do. There's one really strong message that I've been wanting to focus on and convey because it is almost impossible, like truly, guys, it's almost impossible right now to keep our heads above the water, so to speak. There are a lot of external forces that are constantly trying to like drown us in this sea of consciousness, unconsciousness, I should say, and negativity that's happening right now. And so I really just wanted to share one message with you all today in that the most important, most important thing that each one of us can do right now is to stand very firm in our consciousness, in ourselves, understanding that the truth comes from within, checking in to our bodies, our intuition, trusting ourselves above everything, trusting ourselves above everything. And really going inwards because if we don't completely fortify ourselves right now, if we don't completely strengthen ourselves spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, you can see how easy it would be to go downhill at this point, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys, especially highly sensitive people or empaths, have been probably quite overwhelmed with everything happening right now at the collective level. I know that I've gone through, right? I've gone through my own um, process with it. And what I've come to realize is the continuous need for asserting our spiritual sovereignty. What does that look like? That looks like grounding into our practices, doing everything more than we were even doing before, doing our meditation, doing our yoga, doing our shadow work, our completion processes, our journaling, our connection to our spiritual sangha, going to your temple or your place of worship, saying extra prayers, connecting even more deeply to the divine inside of you so that you feel powerful, fortified, and strong in your truth. And there's one thing that comes from this, guys, is that our reality is legitimately created by what we put our energy into, by what we drive our thoughts towards, put our attention towards, and consume. And I would really encourage everybody right now to stay aware, right? Stay aware of what you need to stay aware of, but do not overstimulate, don't overconsume, even with people who you trust or platforms that you trust more, pouring your energy into these concepts. And I'll just give a little quick overview, right, of kind of the world imploding, collapse of systems, etc. That timeline is not something that I want to feed. And I know that the more that I read those things, I look at those things, I get nervous or worried or scared about those things happening, that this powerful consciousness has now been subdued. It has now been literally overtaken. That's a win. That's a win for that timeline, that negative timeline. which I do not want to give a win to. I do not want to create, right? And so I just wanted to share that perspective with you all that I truly believe, guys, that more important than anything is focusing on our internal energy and world, continuing to hold a really powerful space for the timeline that we want to create. You and me and all of us here together worldwide who are awakening and conscious and want to create a new world, right? A more functioning, nonviolent, holistic, accepting, sovereign world. That's what we need to continue to create in every moment. Every choice that we make goes towards that timeline. Every emotion we decide to sit in and saturate in goes towards that timeline. So let it be one of inspiration. Let it be one of powerfulness. Let it be one of trust and surrender that everything is working out best case scenario, even when it doesn't feel like it. And it doesn't it doesn't necessarily feel like it right now. I understand. I get it. The logical mind is like going crazy right now, right? Like the logical mind is can freak out right now with everything that's going on in the world. But we have to stay grounded. That is our duty. So take it as your spiritual duty right now to be the light, be the groundedness, be the love, be the unifying force. Because even our polarity is not necessarily a good thing right now in the sense that it doesn't matter. At least this is my perspective, what I believe, that even what I believe about, you know, the pandemic and how to handle it and what's being done about it, etc., right? My own beliefs and thoughts. There's something even bigger than that, which is unity. The ultimate loss right now is turning us against each other, turning humans against humans, right? Red against blue, vax against non-vax, whatever it is, right? I don't want that. I want unification. I want understanding. I want oneness. That is the only way forward in my eyes. That is the only way to create the solution. So let's all hold the space that we can show up in this world with immense compassion and understanding and oneness for one another, that we will not choose violence, even if it's, shoved at us, and that we can continue to stand in our individual truth and sovereignty. Tune into the voice inside of you. How do we do that more and more? We go deeper into our practices, right? We go deeper into the self. Instead of going deeper into the external world, go further inwards right now. Take time. Isolate if you need. Isolate from the people, places, and situations that you might want to or need to isolate from so that you can be stable, right? That you can be grounded in your energy and your positivity and your centeredness, right? Yes. I love the phrase be in the world but not of it, right? We all are in the world, but we are not of it. And if we can remember that, if we can hold that space, as sovereign beings for this world, I think that we can all make it through. We can make it through and we can not just survive, we can thrive. Um, so yeah, I know, and it's a really polarizing time right now. So we have to continue to choose what we want to create, right? It's a survival need right now to choose what we want to create and to choose where we put our energy. Um, and again, I'm standing in super solidarity with all of you. Just a quick reminder for those of you guys on YouTube. I know a lot of you might have seen my video got removed a few weeks back, and I haven't been able to put it up yet, but I have it on Telegram. So please join my Telegram. I'll add the link here in the description. You can join Kundalini Yogini community on Telegram. We have a kind of open forum about this topic right now. I'm also just trying to share uplifting things and strengthening things for us all there, as well as my video content that is removed off YouTube is there as well. So please do join us on Telegram. It will be awesome to have you guys there. It will be really, really awesome to have you guys there. Yes, now please send in your questions. I'm definitely going to open up for a Q&A now, so send them on in. And thank you, Saranka. I think I saw earlier you said you were seeing my new tattoos. Yeah, I just got, if you guys can see my new. My new arm oh, yeah, Ben just asked too. It's the Purna mantra in Sanskrit, one of my favorite mantras of all time. Yeah, I feel I feel reprogrammed after getting it. Yes, exactly, Susan. Exactly. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining. Yeah, but go ahead, guys. Send in your questions. I am going to try to make sure I get to them. And yeah, you know that, guys, please don't ask about certain topics because that can get the video removed. Yeah, very, very sad, but that's the sitch right now. So let's keep it to be careful with your words, is all I'm saying. Yes, Saranka, yeah, oneness, sister, right? No contact, Doctor Strange is asking. A no contact situation. Can you explain a little bit further what you mean by that? Mhm. Do you think you know that the Agamas were written by Jain monks, not Shaivites? I'm not sure about that, to be honest. That's not what I necessarily believe or have seen evidence of, but who's to say? Obadiah is asking, what do you think of eating meat? I think that it does not benefit the world at the consciousness level we're at right now in any way whatsoever. I think it's keeping it's kind of a 3D consciousness, old way of existing, old timeline where we think we have to put down other beings in order to get up, raise ourselves. But the new world that we're creating in the 40, 50 higher dimensions, right? Higher consciousness levels never never infringes on free will of another being. That includes animals and that includes other human beings. So it's always about preservation of free will, preservation of life. So that's what I choose. That's what I continue to choose. And I hope and see, and I do see more and more people choosing that as well. Okay. Who is your favorite Hindu god? I'm a Shaivite, so Shiva is my main man, but I'm very connected to Venkateshwara as well, very connected to Lakshmi and Saraswati, Ganesha also, so lots of them. Yes. How was the vow of silence? It was really powerful. I have a video update. My last live stream, I actually was giving a little recap of how the vow was for me. What do you think about the Bhagavad Gita? Oh, it's such a beautiful scripture. I've been reading it for the last few months. It's incredibly grounding for me. I read it every day during this time, and it really helps kind of keep me centered in the vision I have for the world and myself. Hello, hello. My university is offering hatha yoga 2 times in 2 weeks. Should I go there if I have pain in my knee when I bend? I can't really answer that on a live stream. That would be, wrong of me. I would have to be able to physically know your condition in order to advise you. I was silent for a month. Yeah, I was silent for a month, 4 weeks. Kaden is asking, what should you do when somebody dies? How are you supposed to feel? How do you control your mind from overthinking? Should I meditate and block my thoughts? See, Kaden, you can't control how you feel, and we also can't block thoughts. That's a vicious cycle that creates more mind chatter, right? But what we can do is face the reality, right? And enter it with surrender and acceptance. And I think that that is what brings the healing. What really helped me dealing with death personally was studying more and more about the Hindu view on death because it's very liberating and it makes you feel a whole different way about death, that it's not scary, that it's not necessarily this bad thing, right? This fearful thing. I actually have, I believe, two videos on actually 2 or 3 videos on death in Hinduism, and maybe those will help you. Check those out. I haven't eaten meat in 8 years, 25 pounds in Nice, Eric. Very cool. Love it. Love to hear it. Yes. How can I activate my crown chakra? That is all about connection with the divine. In my humble opinion, one of the strongest ways to activate the crown is through devotion, through bhakti, towards whatever kind of divinity that you connect with. Connecting in that space really creates that channel. Yogeshwari, Nithyanandam. Your view on Advaita Vedanta. It's a beautiful philosophy. It helps a lot of people come into the non-dualistic, mindset, which I think is extremely beneficial for humanity right now. Are the Shiva Sutras only about breathing and yoga? No, not necessarily, but they focus a lot about those things as well. Obadiah, my guru Swamiji, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, he has really cool videos on breaking addiction that are really liberating. Check those out. I think they will help you. Please share more alien stories. Chandan, I will when I have them. Hopefully, I will have some more. I'm actually going to Sedona next week for my birthday, and I'm really, really excited. And I'm calling in some higher conscious beings to come hang out with me. Yeah, yoga with Concha, no problem. Thank you for receiving. Gustavo, I got this from my guru, so you can get it at programs and at the ashram. And some of our temples also have them and give them out. Hey, Prasiddha, do you have some tips for getting intensity up? Really, motivation is an illusion, right? We're constantly in and out of motivation, and so that's where commitment kind of comes in and where integrity comes in. So we still have to just continue to integrate and commit to practices even when we don't feel inspired and motivated. And that's what gets us in the cycle of actually feeling motivated, ironically, and feeling inspired. I'm not sure when I'm going back to India. We shall see. Thanks, Saranka. Appreciate it. How do you call on higher beings? Susan is asking. Really, it's opening up the intention inside. Really, you can call it communication, prayer, meditation, right? Anything in your inner space, which kind of is sending out communication, opening up for receiving any type of guidance or downloads or interactions with divine beings, higher density beings, etc. That's what I'm all about. Is the law of manifestation real? And if yes, then how does the law of karma affect it? They're one and the same, believe it or not, because karma functions as a cosmic law or principle that is all it's saying is whatever we choose with our free will has some type of imprint, right? Has some type of effect. And whatever patterns we have created throughout lifetimes and in this lifetime can become a cycle, a karma cycle. But every choice that we make can break it or extend it. That's just like manifestation. So whatever that we're pulling into our field is both karma and manifestation, one and the same. Caritas, what actually happens when baby is conceived? Or start the first heartbeat, where the life comes from and how it works at that level. Is it the same energy that starts the sprout of a seed? I'm not sure I fully understand the question, but I think what you're saying is like, is it the same, primordial energy which creates life in all things? I think yes, ultimately yes. It is we call kind of consciousness, right? The God particle that initiates the sustenance, creations, and everything about life, right? I see it as one and the same. It's just different in its quantity, but not its quality. Thanks, Priscilla. Yeah, no problem. Oh, I have too many, Ayan. I have too many, too many kirtan music people I love. I love, I love, I love. Especially Jai Uttal right now. I'm really loving. But I listen to a lot of different ones. Are there certain rules to follow when you are working with Hindu deities? Yes and no. It depends on the deity. But also just know, like, don't worry too much about that in the beginning because gods, goddesses, they're pure love and compassion. They know what's inside of your heart. So if you have a pure space inside of your heart, you can't really go wrong, and you'll learn the as you go, the kind of rituals and more details about how to connect with them. Doesn't being skinny bother you? Why would it bother me? This is the way I was created. Why would it bother me? Do you think that people who are close to you in this life have been with you life to life for thousands of years? Yes. 100%. I not only believe but know that many people who are in my close family and friend circle have definitely had past lives together, which is very common actually, very, very common for most of us souls. Yes, Eric. Can you please clarify how Swamiji is showing himself nowadays? Like to connect with him, he is now. Any thoughts? I mean, he is a perfect expression of expanding consciousness. That's what I love about the Hindu concept of enlightenment or the divine is that even when you reach enlightenment, acceleration and expansion never stops. So Swamiji's energy is constantly evolving, just like we are constantly evolving. He doesn't stay stuck. He doesn't stay stagnant. That's why you'll see him talk about totally different topics year to year to year and present himself differently year to year to year because he's also constantly expanding and going deeper, deeper, deeper into state of oneness, into state of dissolution with source. Yes, definitely believe in multiverse. Yes, awesome, guys. Well, thank you for all of your questions. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. Again, please join the Telegram group. I will put it on the link here after I sign off. So make sure to check that out. I would love to have you guys there. And oh, thanks. Thanks so much. And yeah, please stay connected, especially my Instagram. I'm most active on Instagram nowadays as well, so you can always connect with me there. And I would love to chat with you guys on the next video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to post my video that got removed again. But again, it is on Telegram. So if you need it, want to share it, it's there. Come join us on Telegram. Sending you guys lots of love. Stay grounded, stay connected to your inner truth, and we will chat on the next video. Nithyanandam, everyone.